Hi, my name is Kalyan Karmakar, and welcome to the festival called Mumbai Native Kitchen, which we are bringing to you with the Soul Company. Now, I'm a food writer who's based in Mumbai, and I've been in the city for the last 20 years, and I like to call myself a Mumbaiker, hopefully a Mumbai native. And it's been an absolute delight discovering food from different communities of India who are there in Mumbai. Over the last few years, I've also had the opportunity to over the last few years, I've also had the opportunity to get to know about some of the original settlers of Mumbai, and we're going to bring to you their food in this festival. And in this segment, I'm going to speak to you about the Pathare Prabhu community, who are one of the earliest inhabitants and settlers of the island city, and who better than Bimba Naik to speak to you about this. So, hi Bimba, welcome on board.
Good afternoon, Kalyan, and I'm Bimba Nayak here. I'm so glad I'm on your platform. I just enjoy being hearing you talking also, and I'm very happy that I'm on this along with the Soul Food Company, which has given me a golden opportunity to bring our Pathare Prabhu food on to the forefront and people to understand what the natives of Mumbai eat.
Well, Bimba, there can be no better ambassador, and it is from you that I first got to know about the Pathare Prabhus 4 or 5 years back and had their food. And it's been wonderful that during the lockdown, you've been presenting your community's food from the kitchen. So tell us a bit about the Pathare Prabhus. Who are the Pathare Prabhus?
Pathare Prabhu originally hailed from the Aravali mountains in Rajasthan. You know, they are the descendants of Ram. I mean, the Love and Kush. When they had wars, Love or Kush, one of the brothers, they went to Nepal. The other people descended down. They fought many wars from Rajasthan. I mean, from Gujarat, Rajasthan, and all fighting with all the kings and all. And ultimately, they came down towards Mumbai. They went towards Telangana. They went towards Karnataka, and that was only the place that they could go till that place. And then afterwards, they returned back to the island city in the 13th century, and they settled down here in Mumbai itself. You know, and my community has been approved by the Sanchipitam Hindu things. You know, and we are Kshatriyas, we are Pathare Prabhus, what we call, we worship uh, swords. So, you know, the Rajput clan, and we have got a lot of in our blood, sort of like Marwari, Gujarati stuff, and of course the traditional stuff that the way we live, our dialect, the original old dialect is Marwari Gujarati. With now we speak very fluent Marathi because we are here in Mumbai. Otherwise, we still have our old original names. We have got our old original dialects, which only we can understand it very well, especially with the utensils that we use. Our food consists of
In
completely
fact,
food from Rajasthan and
yeah,
Gujarat.
Bimba,
Only thing is that, yes,
Bimba, I wanted to
yeah.
talk about that. That you know, it's a small community in Mumbai, and your food is not really available in restaurants.
Yes.
So how is your food distinctive from that of the other Maharashtrian communities in Mumbai? What is distinctive about Pathare
See,
Prabhu?
first of yes, the distinction about Pathare Prabhus is that we eat 365 days we are eating non-vegetarian food.
Wow.
So even our undio carries mutton or prawns. You know, there is no vegetables that we can eat without prawns. At times we call it, like when we have vegetarian food on Mondays, we call it dirty Monday. I mean dirty boy. That is Monday is a dirty boy for us. You know, that is what my in-laws used to say always. Dirty boy. That means Monday. But then, you know, our food consists of so much of non-vegetarian food, and that uh, what to say, I think they must be having this type of non-vegetarian because they were always on war, always fighting, always war. So maybe they were Kshatriyas, so all the time they ate the same, the food which had shikar karke khana, you know. So most of the shikari food was always there with in our food. So our marriages, our thread ceremonies always have this sacrifice of the goat. Without that, we can't get married. So that also is there. And when we sacrifice a goat, that food is served for the weddings. But nowadays we get all these things from the butchers. Nothing has been cut at home. So to signify the goat, nowadays we cut a white pumpkin,
Oh, it's
with
in
the
Bengal.
talwar during the weddings and during the thread ceremony. Like, pardon?
No, I find it very
It is still
interesting.
a ritual with us.
I find it very
So
interesting.
that yes, that sacrifice is still carried. It is still carried on with us. So instead of cutting a goat, we cut a white pumpkin. You know what we call it, a dudi bhopla. We call it what to say, the other white dangar that we call it. So we cut that one and we signify it as a lamb, and then we do the puja for it. And then the meat is already cooked and that is served, the meat and the fish. So even when we have this, when they, like amongst the Bengalis also, you have this kumarikas and all, which you do tikkas for the unmarried girls, or for the married women, the 10 people or 11 ladies who are called for the auspicious wedding ceremonies, and they are given saris and all that, because they are incarnation of God and whatever they say. But even they are served non-veg food as a prasad.
In fact,
So these are the things that we have this in our community still.
so since you mentioned
You know?
Bengali,
Yeah.
I must say that this is a practice even in Bengal now, that instead of sacrificing a goat, it's the bhopla or the chal kumbro, which is
Yeah.
cut over there.
Yes. And it is cut into 4 years.
And where did you learn your cooking of Pathare Prabhu food from?
From my grandmothers. Actually, to be very frank, I learned it from my mother-in-law, because when my mom wanted to teach me, I always felt that I wanted to go on long rides on cycles and all these things, because I was a tomboy in school and cooking was never my forte. I always wanted a house with lots of servants to cook for me and all that stuff. But since I came in a big household, my in-laws side people, they were very fond of food. They were very fond of food, so we had to make lots of these khakras. Like, Pathare Prabhus never ate chapatis. We always had khakras. And one khakra used to take 20 minutes to roast during that time. So we had 5 brother-in-laws in the house. So obviously they used to eat 6, 7 khakras at one time. So imagine us rolling the chapatis for them every day. And my mother-in-law had a very slow hand. So I felt that if I have to eat my food on proper time, I should better learn cooking from her. And that is how it was my intention that I should get my food on time, because I'm hungry all the time. I got married at the age of 17. So obviously I used to feel hungry at wrong times, and my food used to give me food at around 3:34, because she was very slow cook, so, and her children were accustomed to that, but I was not. So I took the kitchen in my hand, so I could learn food also, and I could eat on time. So the whole thing changed after I learned my cooking, because it became vice versa, because my mother-in-law started inviting lots of people to say that my daughter-in-law cooks very well. So that was the biggest motivation. So whatever I am today is only because of my mother-in-law doing Pathare Prabhu food, At
So
my
how,
mother's place, we had all varieties of food.
so how funny is this? Because even whatever little I cook, and I'm not as accomplished as you, of course, is because I love to cook. So, the best way for people who love to cook is to cook themselves.
Yes.
So depending
Yes, it's to cook themselves. Otherwise, you stay hungry. That is the best part of the story.
now,
But
now,
I learned cooking from her.
Bimba,
I learned cooking from, yeah. Tell me.
So now tell us what is the food? Tell us about the menu which you have for the Mumbai Native Kitchen Festival. What is the menu?
Yes.
Dishes?
The menu that I have decided to serve that day is chutney te sarange. Now, this is a traditional Pathare Prabhu way of calling a pomfret a saranga. Saranga. So, the Pathare Prabhus have little bit of koli, the little bit of Parsi stuff in them, so the food also, if you see, we don't eat jaggery at all in our food. There is no jaggery, but there is sugar that has got Gujarat extinct with us. Then we have got, but we don't use much of coconut like how we have in the Mangalorean and the Goan. So what our food, the basic thing is that each and every curry or whatever that we prepare, about hundreds of curries that we prepare, have got very distinct, different flavors from each other.
So
Very distinct flavors. Though we use the same masalas, We use the same Pathare Prabhu sambar, or we be using metkut, or we use our own masala, whatever that we prepare. Each and every curry has got a very different taste. Some might be sour, some might be very sweet, some might be this. The reason behind it has got the fish gives out its own distinct flavors. The food that gives, and all our food is cooked on onions. Most important is the food is cooked on onions, and every cut of onion gives different flavor to the food.
So that is
Like
another.
some of them are diced.
I'm
Yes.
saying that is another.
Some of them are diced, some of them are sliced, some of them are chopped. So the whole onion process makes the food very, very distinctive, and gives a different taste to each and every recipe that I prepare.
Yes, so that is
So the main cause is the onion actually.
the main course is the onion. How exciting is that? Because that is another similarity within
Yes.
us Bengalis. Like we often use onion as a base for our curries, and not coconut, unlike say, the Malwani folks and so on. So
Yes,
onion
and tomatoes are absolutely, they always felt, yeah.
so onion
And the tomatoes were never used in our food.
yes, of course, it's a new vegetable, of course. So onion is the base of the menu, says Bimba. But Bimba, will you tell us about the specific dishes which are part of the menu and what people can expect?
Yes, sure. So I am going to make this stuffed pomfrets, that is chutney cha saranga, stuffed with a very spicy chutney made out of coconut, of course. So we'll be stuffing that in the pomfrets, and we'll be deep frying them, the crispy fry. So that is actually what the Pathare Prabhus usually in every Pathare Prabhu house, we will be having this menu for Diwali.
So should people So should people
yes.
heat it on a tawa or an air fryer when they get it after delivery?
No, I will be sending it deep fried itself. You can just heat it in the micro or keep it in the oven, reheat and eat it. Yes, I will be sending it fully prepared, because once you see the aroma, you will never feel like waiting for the food to be eaten.
Okay, what else is there? So there's a stuffed pomfret.
Yes, there is keema pav with potatoes, keema with potatoes. That is a pakka Pathare Prabhu style keema with onions and potatoes and little bit of tomato inside. And that is usually eaten with pav. Pathare Prabhus eat pav on Sundays. So it is always keema pav, So pav is our major food on Sundays. So chapatis are given a big holiday on that day. All right. Then I will be having prawns pulao. That we call khichdi. And the prawn pulao will be having green peas, and it will be cooked with prawns, and it will be having lots of Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. It will be having lots of coconut milk. It will be cooked in coconut milk, a very rare combination for rice to be cooked in coconut milk.
Wow.
So that is third one. And the fourth one is the keema karanjis that I make. These are puff pastry stuff. It's a homemade pastry which I will be having, and it will be stuffed with the keema.
Wow. And this is mutton
keema.
Mutton keema. So karanji is like a baked, it's like a baked dumpling, which is normally.
Yes, it will be baked. It will be baked like a gujia.
Yes, but instead of a sweet stuffing, it's going to be keema.
Yes, it is, because that also we Pathare Prabhus eat during Diwali.
Wow. So this is the menu. Huh? So there is pomfret stuffed with a coconut-based spicy chutney and deep fried. Yeah. There is Pathare Prabhu style keema pav with potatoes in it also in the keema, which is fabulous. There is a prawn khichdi, which is like a pulao made in coconut milk, which is from where there'll be amazing flavors coming in. And also there's karanji, which is like a hard baked dumpling with mincemeat or keema inside. So that's and is this like a Diwali sort of menu or a Sunday menu?
Yes, this is specially what we eat on a New Year day. That is Bali Raja day on Diwali. Okay. So that's falling on 13th or 14th. So each and every Pathare Prabhu house will be having the same thing.
Awesome. So if you order Bimba Naik's menu on the Mumbai Native Kitchen, you're going to get a taste of what the Pathare Prabhus have on the New Year, which falls during Diwali. So thank you so much. That leaves me very, very excited. And if you want to order, then go to the Soul Company website and place your order over there. And next Sunday is when it's going to be ready. Thank you so much, Bimba.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.